everybody, and welcome to 3-Ply Podcast, episode 43. I'm Angie.
I'm Irene.
And I'm Joyce.
And we are excited you could join us today for our 43rd episode.
Yes.
Irene is going to start off with the administrative portion. She's got lots to talk about. So
Yeah, we have quite a bit going on. Number one, I wanted to talk about this coming Saturday, April 6th, is YarnCon in Chicago, and we plan to be there on Saturday.
I'm so excited.
Yeah. So we're going to organize ourselves and kind of get our schedules together, meet for breakfast, and then take off.
Because breakfast
and, yeah.
is
well,
important.
We have to eat, yeah. So we're all about food, yeah.
I have to be full before I shop so that I can.
Right, you don't want to be brain dead.
No,
so, yeah.
A little sugar, get the buzz going.
Absolutely. So, and I understand that Christy Glass is going to be there.
Hi, Christy.
So, and it's her 40th birthday.
That'll be fun.
Oh, she's still a baby.
Yeah, she is.
Yes. But we'll say happy birthday if we see her.
That's right.
And everybody should. That'll surprise her.
There you
Oh,
go.
she would love that.
Yeah,
She would
I
love
think
that.
so. Yeah. All right, and then during our last filming, we initiated a giveaway. That was our Irish episode.
Yep.
So we're going to give this away. We have a random selected winner, Elena Hutson.
Yay!
Congratulations, Elena. And she asked us, what was our most difficult project? And Joyce, you answered her, but below her comment. But why don't we talk about that?
My most difficult but fun was San Loren.
Okay. My most difficult thus far, this little ditty here, Terry Knits Twist by Rami Hill.
Yeah.
And I think it was due to inexperience. But I got
It was
this
cute.
butter done, yes.
Yeah, it's
that,
cute.
that wasn't going to get me down. I figured it out.
I don't know what mine was. I think when I come to something that's too difficult, I just rip it out and give up.
Or just shove it, keep
Yeah, it's
it
like,
in the bag and just shove it, yeah.
I'm just like, if I don't want it, I'm not doing this. So I think maybe I'm going to go with, if it was too difficult, it's over.
Oh my gosh. All right, one of the other questions was, what are our favorite knitting needles? So I would say mine are Chai Gu. That's what I use for my socks, a US one. And I do love signature needles, but I don't have very many because that's a luxury brand.
Yes.
So
And if you sit on them, you have to go get a tetanus shot.
that's right.
Oh my gosh, that's
Stiletto,
right.
yeah.
So I have a friend, Carla. Carla, if you're watching this, she actually put them in the seat of her car and then hopped into the car and stabbed herself and had to go to the emergency room. And they made her, she said, I have a knitting injury, and they made her get a tetanus shot.
My knitting injury is on my ass. Okay. Well, okay. That's
So,
embarrassing.
do not throw your signature needles into the car seat and jump in. Because we're going to get a big surprise.
What was she thinking?
I don't know. I think maybe they just kind of
Yeah,
didn't
they're
go over
dangerous,
further far enough.
Oh.
And I've thrown mine into my, but I've never sat on them. So
I don't think I've ever done that. I think they're always in a bag.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they were in a bag.
Oh, they
They
were
went
in a
through
bag.
because those suckers
Wow.
are sharp.
Yeah, well,
They went through the bag and through
Oh
the
my
jeans
God.
and into the leg. So yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Weapons.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So they are sharp.
Definite
You like a
weapons.
sharp tip? There you go, babe.
What about yours, Joyce? What are your favorite needles?
Actually, I prefer the metal needles.
Oh,
The
really?
aluminum needles or whatever they are. I think they're just slicker, and I think
Like carbon? No, not carbon.
no, I do like the carbons, but I use those for something more
That needs to drag a little.
that needs to drag a little bit. But my favorites are the Knitted Pride. I think they're Nova Platinas.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
They're my favorite. Or I even like the Knit Picks. So long as they're slick, those are typically my favorites.
And I
But-
think we've talked about this before where each project.
Yeah, it kind of does.
yeah.
Depends. Yeah.
And Angie, what do you think?
My favorite are Knitter's Pride. I like the aluminum ones. I also like the they have they're not, I don't know, they're not plastic. They're
yeah, I know which one. I couldn't remember the name of it.
yeah, I can't either. And
But they look plasticky.
They look
But they're-
plastic.
Oh,
but
they were
they're not.
marbles or something.
yeah, they're little
Marbles.
marbles. There you
Yeah.
go. But I like the Knitter's Pride. I especially like the aluminum. They have a nice sharp tip. I like a sharp tip.
Right.
I can't work with any wood ones that don't have a sharp tip. So I'm pretty much,
I
if it
think
has
we're
a nice
all- we
sharp,
like that
yeah,
tip, yeah,
that
the
tip's
tip
got to
is
be
important.
important for me, especially because I pick,
Yeah.
I pick it up and
Well, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
so.
Another one of the questions was, are any of us Irish? And the answer is, only Angie has some Irish in her. So we're only Irish, all three of us on St. Patrick's Day.
And I know I'm Irish because I just got back my DNA test.
Oh,
and I am Irish.
nice.
So there
I
you
haven't
go.
done that.
Oh, it's cool. You
So,
spit.
yeah.
You spit in a tube, and you have. I mean, like you have
Yeah,
to
that's
spit for a
gross.
while. You
That was
like a
23 and me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
I'm like spitting and spitting and spitting while I'm watching TV, spitting and spitting and spitting. Then you put the little cap on, you put it in there, you put your name, you have to put a tag on it, you send it away, and then they send it to you on the
Email.
email, and they tell you this is what you are, and this is where you come from, and this is where your people come from, and this is where those people come from. So
Amazing, isn't
yeah,
it?
it's pretty cool.
Boy,
It is
technology
neat. Right.
today.
Technology is right.
All right, and there were so many questions that we think that we'll just kind of answer a few each episode and kind of get through that.
Sounds good to me.
Okay, all right. I wanted to mention that I went to California for vacation, and this is going to sound maybe bizarre or silly. I have played Words with Friends on my phone for probably a decade now, and I have certain players that you repeat play because you don't repeat with a weirdo, and anyway, so I have a few regulars, I guess let's put it
So the
that
ones
way.
that say hatchet,
Yeah.
murderer, you don't want to play with them.
No, I don't want that
Yeah.
username, no. Anyway, so I was in Laguna Niguel, and one of my player friends is from that city, and I got to meet her. So
Hey,
her
how
name
cool
is
is that?
Lori, and this is the piece de la resistance. She ends up being a knitter, maker,
No
quilter.
way.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Hi, Lori.
She uses typically a loom, but yeah, she's created some beautiful projects.
Oh wow.
So we did a little exchanging with that. I, of course, told her about the podcast, so you better be watching. Hi, Lori.
Hi, Lori.
And the cutest thing, well, there were a few cute things, like for children, but she did like a Cabbage Patch doll kind of wig thing that her grandkid could wear. So darling. I'm putting a picture in so people could see it. Maybe a lot of people know about it.
I've seen
it. was
it.
damn cute.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
cute,
it was
cute,
cute.
I don't think I've seen it.
Oh, cute.
So anyway, that was that, and hopefully she can tell her friends about the podcast so we can keep having our subscriber numbers continue to go up.
Yeah, we love that. We
Yeah.
hit 2,000. We were very, very excited.
Yeah.
Party.
And I think we're having an Instagram giveaway now.
We are?
Yeah, we had one on YouTube now, and now this time, Angie, why don't you show what we're going
Okay.
to give away next?
So this is going to be the lovely Instagram giveaway. It's one of these very cool pom-poms and a skein of yarn, so you could make your own hat.
Yeah, very cute.
Very much like the ones Joyce has been making.
Yeah.
Super cute. So this is a vintage DK.
And the pom-pom is from Indigo Mint Company from Erin. That was her bonus that she sent.
And the color doesn't, it's a color's a number, but it's like a gray, heather gray.
Yeah.
That's going to go really nice.
And yeah, it's going to be super cute. So,
Yeah, very cute.
So we'll have the rules listed on our Instagram, so
So-
people can start doing something
Start
about trying to
watching.
win that one. So yeah.
because you want this pom-pom's
Okay.
cool. You
Yeah,
want
it's
this.
very cute.
And I just wanted to also say that on my way to California, I stopped in Tucson, Arizona, and I visited an awesome shop, Birdhouse Yarns.
Cute.
I am giving it a 5-star rating because
Ooh.
here's what I like. I like friendliness. You know what? I even think you could have a closet of a yarn shop, but please pretend to be friendly to me.
Pretend you
I
like
don't know
us.
why yet. To me, customer service and being
Huge.
friendly seems to be one of those things that cannot be overrated. I think when you walk in, you want to feel welcomed. And I think we do that in our local yarn
Oh,
shop
gosh,
to
yeah,
everyone.
we do.
So I'd like to see that when I go out somewhere else. And yep, that's what I got. There were people knitting in the shop. The ladies were so friendly. They didn't know who I was. Of course, I told them later to watch. I hope you're watching. And I met with the owner, Holly Harper. And I have to tell you, this woman is so organized. The shop itself had not only yarn, but notions and a back room, so it's very spacious. But the way she organizes is very interesting. She has the yarn on pegs, or, you know, like hooks.
Oh.
Purchase for birds.
Oh,
Get it?
how cute.
And they're
Wow,
hanging. Isn't
cute.
that clever?
That's
And she
cute.
doesn't have like 20 skeins on the little hook. She has a few, and then they're color coded. Information is all listed. And if you need to see more skeins, she'll certainly go in the back, bring them out, you know, because some people want to see a bunch of the stuff out. Yeah, I really admired her cleverness in trying to be that organized.
That's very nice.
So maybe she should have been an engineer, but I guess her background is an accountant. And anyway, I did do an interview with her. I just ask you to take a look at the filming. The thing I screwed up on is I wanted to get a panning of the store, and I somehow messed that up, but her website is awesome. So there are many reasons why that 5-star rating is there. She's on point with everything. I thought it was really nice.
Check her out if you're in that area. I would love to.
Awesome.
So enjoy the interview. I'll insert it right here. Hello, everybody. I am in Tucson, Arizona today, and I am with Holly, the owner of Birdhouse Yarns. Now, I'm very curious, Holly, how does it work having a yarn shop in the Southwest where I imagine that it's hotter than blazes?
Yes.
Who are your knitters?
Wow, we have so many. We have people who are here year round, and then we have a lot of snowbirds.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. All right.
And also, because Tucson's a nice place to come to, we get a lot of visitors. With the university here.
Oh, I'm curious. The university, are there young people that are starting to knit?
Yeah.
Oh, isn't that
it's
wonderful?
Great. It's great. And a lot of times they'll come in like with their mom or their grandmother, and they'll set them up, you know, to
that's fantastic.
to get something like a gift certificate.
Isn't that encouraging?
It's
We're
so
actually
good.
going to have the youth of America start to knit. I
yeah.
love that.
Yeah.
Now I'm curious how you got into having a yarn shop, because I know that maybe a lot of knitters, crocheters might think they want a yarn shop. Personally,
Yes.
I don't want to work. I just want to knit, so that's not for me.
Oh,
but
smart.
How did you?
Smart.
Yeah, because I think that would remove your time from knitting because
Yes.
you're running the shop, and that's work.
Yes.
So how did you get into this?
So I was a bookkeeper for many years, and then when we moved here to Tucson 11 years ago,
Oh, from where?
from New York City.
Oh, you made the right decision. Oh, God.
So it was a big change for us, and I had a lot of bookkeeping clients there, but then coming here, I wanted to have a change. And so after a number of years, there was a yarn shop in this same location,
Okay.
and it was called Kiwi Knitting.
Okay.
And one day I walked in and said, "Can I just volunteer and
Oh.
just see?" You know. And she's like, "No, I don't take volunteers, but I need someone to be the knit doctor." Because she had
okay.
every Friday morning for 2 hours, someone sat back here in this back room and helped people. They could bring in anything; it was free.
Oh,
And the
that's
person-
really a nice thing to offer.
Yeah.
Now, do you still offer that?
We offer
Or
it
you
all
just-
the time.
Okay, so you
Basically.
come in, you've got a problem, you
Yeah,
can
we
get
help
help
them.
here.
Yes.
Okay.
And most of the times it's free unless it's something really involved, and then they
Right.
pay for like a lesson, and we.
And the name Birdhouse Yarns, where did that originate?
Well, it was so funny because I was trying so hard to think of a name, and a friend of mine had made me a birdhouse, which I had on my mantle, and one of the many names that came through was like Birdhouse Yarns. So I'm like, oh yeah, because I had this idea for the yarn shop to have everything be on hooks and hang from hooks.
Oh, okay.
And I thought, oh, it's kind of like a little perch, like a birdhouse would have a little perch.
Oh, that's really nice.
And people have birdhouses to take care of the birds, and that's what people do with their knitting and crochet. They're usually doing it for other people. They're taking care of them. They're giving them a sense of warmth and
Oh,
home.
that's beautiful. That's
So,
lovely. All right,
yeah.
I like that. And what about your knitting journey? Did you always know how to knit, or
I learned
like
how
as
to
a
knit.
kid?
I learned how to knit as a teenager,
Okay.
and when I went away to college, I knit a little bit. But it wasn't really to my 30s that I started
Really getting into it.
And I'd always had a problem with tension, so I taught myself to do continental instead of
Oh, wow. All by
throwing.
yourself.
And then I was like, it was perfect.
Yeah.
And when I went back to knitting, the very first pattern I did, I was like, well, this doesn't make any sense. I'm going to redo this. I'm not going to do this the way they're saying.
Oh my God.
And then,
you are a bold
I
woman.
guess so.
Oh my goodness.
And so,
Holly, why don't you show me some of the yarns that you carry in the store?
Sure.
They're very different than what I see back home.
really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm unfamiliar with some of these.
Well, We have a local dyer called Dream in Color, which they also do national and international.
It's
dyeing.
Dream in Color.
Dream in Color. They just recently changed their label, and so now it looks like that.
Look at the beauty of this.
Yeah,
I think I have to have some.
So this is actually part of their new series that they just put out, which is called Diversity Fibers, like their diversity section. And what they've done is they've made a nice mix of some of their
they're
colors that they
beautiful.
normally do. I mean, they do mixed colors, but this is like a little more intense, a little more vivid.
I love the intensity of it, actually.
Yeah,
It's beautiful.
And that's what people really like here in the Southwest. In general, people really love more intense color. And
Okay.
it might be because the atmosphere here is a little dark. It's not dark,
Right.
but
Well, maybe it's the cacti and
Right.
not
There's not
that
green and lush.
vegetation. Right. I
Exactly.
could see that. And I
So-
noticed that even on the highway, things are painted kind of pinkish. So,
yes, yeah.
yeah.
So I think that this appeals
Yeah,
more.
that
So then,
makes sense.
so then all these colors go with.
Oh my gosh, look
with
at this.
Their sort of
Love
dye
it.
stuff.
Excuse me, can
Back again, and this place is hopping. The store's full of customers, and I'm trying to get a few minutes with Holly, but I did want to see some of the patterns that they knit up in the shop. So
Yes.
let's see
So
this.
one of the new ones that we've been working with is called the Crown Wools
Is this Casa?
Casa Pinca.
Oh my gosh.
And this is done in the Dream in Color yarn. So
Wow, look at this.
this comes in a kit and it's beautiful.
It's
beautiful.
very
It comes in a
long.
lot.
And very different. I've seen this with, kind of like a orange yellow hues.
Yes.
But look at how different it looks.
And it's really
I
good.
met Casa Pinca, by the
Okay.
way. Joyce and I met her at Christy Glass's house. She was there for the interview before they interviewed us.
Wow.
And what a wonderful woman. You've got to look up that interview with Casa Pinca.
Yeah.
You'll learn something.
Yeah.
ER doctor.
And then this is another one of their designs in Dream
Oh
in
my
Color
goodness.
yarn.
Loop? Is it the loop?
It's
Look at the, oh my gosh, look at this. It's beautiful.
it has a couple of different names: Sugar Swirls, Charlie Blanket,
Oh my.
but it's the same basic idea.
Wow.
And it's a fun knit. And
Oh, I
it's
love it.
Luxurious for a little baby, and
Oh, it feels really good.
it's got a little cashmere in it.
Oh, well, that'll do it. That'll do it. This is very pretty. I love the color choices. That gray with that pop of color is
Yeah.
really nice.
Yes,
Okay,
indeed.
what else you got there?
So one of the other things we found really early when we opened the shop a little over 3 years ago was this pattern, which is called Striate. It's on Ravelry, and it's 2 yarns. You cast on a whole bunch of stitches, and then you just knit and purl to create the design.
It's easy then, right?
It's really easy, and every row you just change the yarn,
Oh, is that nice?
and you
It's an
cast on with
infinity
both
scarf.
of them. You cast on with
Oh, it's
both of
beautiful.
the yarns. Yeah, it's really, and so you can do it that way, or you can do it this way, which is with a white and a
Oh,
color.
look at the difference. Isn't that amazing?
nice.
I
It's
find
really
that
nice.
really amazing. When you change colors, something can look so very different.
And this is worsted weight yarn,
Wow.
and it's so light because it's
Beautiful.
Dream in Color, and they just have just gorgeous
Wow.
yarn. So
All right. That's beautiful. And what
and
is
this
this?
is
It would match my blouse.
so University of Arizona. So we have
Oh.
the University of Arizona colors. We had them dye these special for us. So it's Bear Down Blue, Arizona Red, and then Lax Cat, which is the multi little white
Oh,
color.
that is gorgeous.
And I made up the design.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah. And,
Holly, you're so talented.
oh, I love.
Oh
I
my
love-
gosh.
Yeah.
It is beautiful.
Yeah. And so
Very,
it's great for
very nice.
games. We have basketball and football
And they can just put that around them and oh, how cozy.
And this color is for Lax Cat. It's for lacrosse. My office manager Pam, her son plays lacrosse at the university. So
Oh,
So
that
we
is
asked him to do that.
beautiful. Well, Holly, thank you so much
Yeah,
for
thank you.
spending some time with me. I know it's a busy day for you,
Yes.
and I think I'm going to go shopping. Right here.
Is that all your administrative?
Yes.
Okay, I've got a couple of things. First, I want to mention, new do, but yesterday while I was at the hair salon and I was waiting to process. I was knitting on a pair of socks for my son. And in walks a woman and says, "Oh, what are you knitting?" And I said, "I'm making socks." She's like, "I've never made socks." Well, she's a knitter anyway. She says she's a sweater knitter. And her name is
Sweater
Alice. Yeah.
Alice!
Her name is
Hi,
Alice.
Alice.
So I had
Woo.
a great time getting to know her. I let her know of our local yarn shop. She showed me some pictures of the thing that she's made. And it was a pleasure to
Oh,
meet her.
cool.
So I'm hoping she'll
Come
start
in with
to
us, Alice.
Right.
Yeah,
I
we
said-
want to see you in the store.
I said, we knit on Wednesday nights. Come join us. So hopefully she will. So hello to Alice if you're watching, and it was nice to meet you.
Very cool.
And then one other thing from some of the comments that we had from the last episode was from Catherine. She actually sent us a sock pattern each. So I just wanted to say
yes.
hi to Catherine. Her podcast is Jordy Knits, I believe. So
You're right.
thanks so much.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you.
We appreciate that.
All right, so we are moving on to what are you wearing? I'm wearing this shirt.
It's beautiful. Ooh, look at you.
Pink and blue and not knitted.
It says Angie.
Looks nice.
What are you
Well, I'm
wearing?
wearing this Terry Knits Twist by Rami Hill.
Very pretty.
And the yarn was, what was it? Road to China.
Oh,
Road
nice.
to China Light from the Fiber Company. And I've had this on before. I think I talked about it in depth on our episode 24. So, and I think it probably would not be worn this way if I'm wearing it under a coat. I put the back, back side in the back, and then when I kind of walk past someone, they can go, "Ooh, look at that woman. She's a piece of work."
I hope that she's a hot mess. She is a hot mess.
Okay,
All right.
whatever.
Golly.
That's so cute. I love your imagination.
I know, she's so.
Thank you, ladies.
I keep kicking you
Oh my
under the
God,
table.
it's
I'm
so
sorry.
funny. It's fine.
What are you wearing, darling?
Well, believe it or not, what's today? Today we're filming on March 30th, and it's cold enough to wear a turtleneck.
Yeah, it's freezing.
This is my Carbeth by Kate Davies, which I've shown before and worn before on the podcast.
Very
But
I love that color
It's
blue.
nice and taupe. Me
It's
too.
beautiful.
I still had one skein left over, and I think I'm going to make myself a hat.
I was
and
going to
put
say,
pom-pom
what a
on it.
pop on it'd be a
What a
darling
pom-pom.
little ensemble.
So maybe I'll get that done for you.
That's
you
a
go.
good
For
idea.
this fall, I
Very
should
good
say.
idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, moving on to what did you finish? So
What do you got, Jim?
I've got this. So I know that some of you heard me talking about this on one of the podcasts previous. Tilting Planet on Instagram had this darling little shawl wrap that she had made.
I would say wrap.
I would
wrap
call it
that she had made, and it was in seed stitch, which I adore. I know most people don't like it, but I love
She runs a fever when she
seed
talks about it.
stitch. So anyway, and it was, she just kind of put the formula online. You hold 2 skeins of sock yarn together, cast on 69 stitches or an odd number,
Get it all in
and
there?
just,
It
Oh,
is
and it turned out so cute.
so nice.
I wore this to work.
Good job.
Everybody was freaking out about it. They all wanted it, and I said no. So I liked it
Good
so much.
answer.
I have started another one in only these colors: the pink and black and gray. But
Cute.
it's going to take me a while to get it my knitting done because I'm
Well,
still
that's
giving.
one too. That's
But-
kind of nice.
Yeah, it's great. Like,
It's
but I
cute,
love
yeah.
this pattern. If you check out her Instagram, Tilting Planet.
You did really well with the color choices.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Very
Yeah,
well.
that's
And
really,
this is all
really
just
nice.
bits and bits of,
Leftovers?
I have all this sock yarn and I don't knit socks.
Yeah,
so
yeah. So
it's
yes, you have to
perfect
do
for
something
this.
with
I think
So
it's just wasting away there in your room.
that's right, it is.
Yeah.
So now it's going to become these fabulous wraps. All right. And what about you? What did
You're
you
looking
finish?
at me. Okay. Well, I did finish my Vary the Gate
Oh, that's pretty.
Oh,
by
yeah, that's
Casa
right.
Pinka.
Love the color.
And I was so happy to use up this Zen yarn. It's Zen Yarn Garden Serenity 20 in the color Mountain and Synthetic Air by Paul Klee. It's the Art Walk series.
Beautiful.
And I used a US 4 needle and my signatures. So
There you go.
happy day, and very easy.
Right, pretty, very pretty.
It's very easy. I would probably do it again with, trying to use up these skeins.
That's a single skein?
Single skein.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Someone
Nice.
mentioned that Janine Callio has a lot of one skein
I like one skein
Yeah.
projects.
projects. So
Cute.
yeah.
Very
So
cute.
that,
Beauty.
that,
The
that's
design is
nice,
lovely.
yeah. Oh, it feels really
Yeah,
good. I like
it's
it.
nice.
All right.
And I have a couple of things. So I think the last podcast I was working on the Flying Solo. And this
Oh,
was a
you
pattern
finished
by
it.
Espace Tricot.
Beautimous.
And there it is. Actually, I
So it's
don't-
got the little splits.
Yeah, and it's got the
so
little
for your
split.
shoulder.
Oh, is that
so
nice?
cute. And the color, or the yarn was Mantosh Light. And the top color is Dr. Zhivago Sky, and it's mixed with Cousteau. And then it works down to the color Jade.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, I
Really
do love
pretty.
it. I do love it. It was knit pearl, knit pearl, knit pearl. But
Oh, your favorite.
yeah, my favorite, right?
It's kind of like seed stitch.
Well, that's what I think we talked about that the last time. You were saying, I just need to move my finger.
Yeah,
Anyway.
I don't have a problem with that.
And I finished Winter's Dream by Kalura Hudson, and the yarn was just from Stash, and it's really, really hairy, and you don't really see the pattern so well. So I'd like to make it again in more of a,
But it's a pretty color, and I love
you
the
know, just
pom-pom. Look at how beautiful.
yeah,
You
just a
made that
bulky.
really well.
Yeah, my pom-pom turned out really good.
Yeah, I mean, it's
That turned
awesome.
out good.
I've had some disasters with pom-poms. but-
Right. And then I did a test knit for Melissa for knitting the stash. And the name of this hat is called Casilla, I believe.
So cute.
And it's really cute. And I don't know where my notes are for this. Casilla. And I made it in sueño and another pom-pom from Indigo Mint. And it turned out really, really cute. And my mother-in-law now thinks this is the most beautiful thing ever, and nothing will ever compare
Oh,
to
that lucky woman is
and
getting
that's her
that
hat. She just loves the pom-pom. So yeah, but the pattern is really pretty, really easy, and you
really
can now find it on
Yeah.
Ravelry.
I love the way the sueno knit up.
Yeah,
I do
it-
too.
In
It's
person,
Sueno
I don't
is-
know if it'll convey the way we can see it here in person. The
Yeah,
stitch definition is
awesome.
unbelievable.
Sueno has the best stitch definition.
but
I
it
really
is
like it.
really, really cute, and she's very happy with it. So you know, you can't ask for
I
more.
kind of want that. It's very pretty.
Okay.
All right.
And
so go ahead.
I did make my husband's secretary, her granddaughter, I think she's 7 months old now, and she grew out of a crown hat, a crochet crown hat that she had bought at a local fair. So she knew that I knit. She's like, can Joyce make me another crown hat? Well, it took me forever to find a hat, but I did find one, and it's called the crown hat, and it's done by Magic Loop Knit Patterns. And I don't actually have a person's name on it, but I'll have Irene insert a picture of a couple of the hats that I made her. So one is a crown hat, and then another one is just one of those rectangle hats with the pom-poms on the end.
Oh, cute.
So they turned out really cute, and it was so funny because she's like, well, Joyce, make me one. I'm like, no, I will not. I'm going to save you from yourself. I am not making you a crown hat.
All right. Moving on to no bare feet.
Okay.
Section.
Yes.
All about Irene.
So I did some knitting while I was in the car on vacation. I wasn't driving. So,
Thank God.
Yes. And I made these little socks
cute.
that I can't seem to hold, like they're wiggly.
Hold on.
Now this is with my favorite sock yarn, the Scott
cute.
Yarns,
Oh yeah.
and the colorway is what is it? Cupcake.
Really cool. I love that.
There's
yarn.
such a joy
They are
to
very
feel this. Swear to
Yeah,
God, this
they're
is
great.
just the nicest
Yeah,
yarn.
That is nice.
Yeah.
yarn.
Oh, okay. And from Leading Men Fiber Arts, Showstopper Base, Lightning Bug. I use that for the cuffs, heels, and toes. So
Heels
that
and
was one.
toes.
very
Heels
nice.
and toes.
Correct. And then I had these the unique socks. Now they come in like the two balls that are ready to go for 2 at a time knitting. Now I'd say the only thing, look at the top of the leg, or the leg. it's not really exactly the same. So I don't know what happened there. It reminded me of that trouble you had with
Yeah.
knitted wit,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't get, I
Even
wasn't
your-
expecting
Even
that.
your heels are different.
Well, you're right. But the little
They're so
cuff at
cute.
the top, I used and I'll try to pronounce it correctly. We had somebody tell us that we were mispronouncing. Lang has this little egg rolls that they sell. I thought it was jawal, and maybe in English, or to maybe Americanize it, I would call it jawal, but apparently the real way of pronouncing it is yavol.
Yeah, well,
Yavol.
well, I like to say that better. Yeah, well.
Gotta
Sounds,
practice.
sounds dirty.
Yeah. It's not dirt. What are you, crazy, Angie? Come on.
Egg rolls, yabol.
The fever is back.
Oh my God.
I can't help myself.
So moving right along. Who's
right,
got no
now
bare
that I've
feet
got
over here?
everybody-
Who's it?
You got socks on?
I have socks on, but
Okay. And a pair of socks that I was knitting yesterday when I met Alice. These are
hi, Alice.
these are the Patton's Croy
Oh,
socks,
there you go.
which I love this. And actually, this is my second pair I've made of this. This is blue striped rag. But I made, like I said, I made a
I
pair
like
of these
this
before.
color.
And then I gave them away.
I
I
like
bought these initially for myself, and then my son says, "Hey, Mom, I like those."
Well, you
I
know what?
thought
That
those were
color
good.
is good for a boy or a
I know
girl.
that's why
right?
they're
Yeah.
definitely unisex.
Wear it with
but
jeans.
Aren't they cute?
Those are cool.
Very
I know,
nice.
I really like them.
And
But
just
you know
kind
what?
of vanilla.
These are just a vanilla sock. But you're still not getting them till Christmas.
Oh, good idea. I like that.
Like not, or maybe it's, well, no,
You won't
birthday's in
have that
July.
panic in November.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I
And
like
really,
that.
other than sweaters for myself, I'm not sure. This year the nieces, they really like the felted mitts and those kind of things. And I thought, well, I better get busy. I'll never finish
Yeah.
all this stuff in the fall. So
I
You
think
know,
it's
they
all
say
about
start your
planning.
knitting in July. I think you need to start in January.
yeah, I'm telling
seriously.
you. But I seriously did start thinking about it in January
Mm-hmm.
because I did have so many knitted items for people this year. I thought, well, what am I going to do
Yeah.
for next year?
You better catch up.
Yeah. So, but anyway, really, really cute. And this is just, it goes with me everywhere.
Awesome.
So, yes.
Nice.
That's what I
Easy
have.
travel knitting.
Correct.
All right, so we are moving on to what are you knitting?
Well, what are you knitting, Angie?
I have two
Tell
things
us.
today. So I only have one with me. I sent Irene pictures.
I'll insert the picture.
I've fallen in love with these. They are called Huggy Bunnies. Do you see that?
So dimey.
Okay, so what's cool about it is you put a Cadbury egg in their butt, like up their butt, and then they are. And I glued little
That's-
eyes and a little nose and a big bunny tail, and so I made like 30 of them. And let's see, so it's Huggy Bunny. Hold on, I gotta get my specs. Can't see nothing. Huggy Bunny by Sandra Paul. Most of mine were made with bits of Rios. This is a little mini sock yarn that I had held together. Two skeins held together. I bought little googly eyes that are oval and little pom-pom tails and a teeny little pom-pom nose. And then I just used Elmer's glue on a toothpick to put it on so that it was not.
Oh, you don't, no sewing, no nothing.
No.
Right?
And
Oh.
I didn't want to use hot glue because I'm using the eggs inside.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's right.
And then that
Yeah,
hot
yeah.
glue gets stringy and you know.
Yeah.
So you can buy the Cadbury eggs and put them up there and then they stand up all by their little selves. So
Oh, that's a
like that.
nice idea.
So Irene will insert a picture that I had like 30 of them on a basket on my desk,
I
and
think you showed that to me.
before we went on break, I gave every secretary in the building got one.
That was
So
nice.
to
Oh, that's
decorate,
awful
and I
nice,
still have a
yeah.
bunch, and people still want them. So Easter's not
Cool.
here yet. So that, and then I just started this. No, yeah, this is it.
Just started.
Oh,
Okay.
that counts.
So I am knitting socksette. So can you see that? Really pretty. It's got like lace.
That is
And
gorgeous.
this screams my mother. So
Is your mother watching?
no. So no, my mom wouldn't know how to turn on a YouTube video. Okay, so Love you, Mom. Anyway, I'm knitting that for her for Mother's Day. And so this is the color that is going to be the base. This is, it is stitched together, and the color is skull candy. So that's the base.
So cute.
And then the ruffles in mohair,
Oh
this
my God.
fuchsia. There you go. And then there's a lace ruffle between that in teal.
Oh my gosh.
My
To
mom-
die
It's like
for.
Easter.
Yeah.
Definitely says spring.
My mom
Yeah.
loves jewel tones, so this is going to be for her for Mother's Day, and she will be big surprised. And so I'm going to be monogamous to this project, so you may not see much knitting coming out of me, except for this. So
We'll check in
Okay,
with
that's
Wednesday.
okay.
yeah, right, because
We'll
I'll be
see your
buying more
progress.
stuff. Yeah,
We'll measure.
yeah.
How much has
It's got
she
about an
done?
inch.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
all right. And what are you knitting?
Well, also thinking spring and Easter, I started making these
cute.
lovely little lamb, what is it called?
Lamb chop.
Little Lamb Egg Cozy by Patricia Evans.
Aren't they cute?
And I'm
Very
just
cute.
using some Malabrigo Arroyo in natural, and then a little bit of Malabrigo sock yarn to embroider the eyes and mouth.
That is a big
and
egg you
nose.
have in that bunny.
Yeah,
Do you think this is large?
that's the
Like a
large.
large,
the large
yeah.
one.
So you can shove this egg inside here, and here's the problem with this though. If you use an egg, you've got to put it on something.
Yeah.
Like right here, I'm using a candlestick holder, so that works.
Very cute.
Or I found this to be easier, just stuffing,
Oh, there you go. Just
or
set it down.
maybe like a big Cadbury egg or something would
I don't
work.
know if Cadbury gets that big.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe you could.
You
put
know
two.
what? I actually like those little Cadbury eggs. And I'm trying to tell myself, you know what that tastes like. You do not need it this year. How about we make a pass and just say, not
What if
this time.
What if I went down a needle size and one skein of sock yarn? I bet I could make to fit the teenies.
The
Oh,
little
boy.
ones.
That would
This
be
is so
tedious.
good. And don't
Yeah.
monkey with the product that works. I don't want the white chocolate. I don't know. Milk chocolate.
I agree.
Not
Milk
dark chocolate. Yeah. Give
Milk
me the
chocolate.
one I like. That stuff with the little eggshell kind of coating. Oh my God. Okay.
The
well,
malted.
this is not a candy.
They're on a tangent.
Oh,
Sugar.
I,
We have sugar. I'm not sweet enough.
Very bad.
Oh, okay, but who really does like Cadbury eggs?
I really don't.
Oh, and not the
I'm not a
cream
fan.
ones.
I'm not a fan.
But they've
Have
got,
you had the little ones?
No,
Oh,
the little ones,
Joyce.
just
Oh,
the-
those
I-
are so good.
I don't know.
they have caramel.
I don't
No, I want the
I
original.
like the caramel. But
No.
yeah, I'm not
Now
the
Reese's
one with,
peanut butter's making an egg now
Yeah,
too.
see, no.
Oh, I'll eat that. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, listen. We're
Alright,
this is ridiculous.
we digress.
Okay,
Okay.
sorry.
Back
Everybody's
to
gonna
awesome.
shut us off and say,
Yeah.
what's in the pantry? I'm gonna get
No,
it to
yeah.
Easter
I'm
candy.
starving.
Like, shut up. Okay. Anyway, let me show you these little chicks.
Those are cute. I don't know if I have any of this pattern at all.
Oh, it's
I'm gonna
oh
go closer
my God,
so
I gotta
everybody
tell
can see
you,
them.
these are nice. So Betsy, the owner of
These are
Elgin
cute.
Knitworks, has these kits, and I bought a kit last year. She's got a bunch of them for this
Oh,
year
look at
too.
this one.
I know,
And then
I
I
love that
just
one.
used leftovers. That's that optic that we
Optic,
like,
yeah.
the Madeline Tosh.
love
I'm sure I don't have that
Oh,
pattern.
and then I just stuffed it with the little stuffing.
Or you can put an egg in there.
You guys have little ones
Yeah.
at home. I
Oh,
don't
yes.
have that anymore.
Because it is
Well,
an egg.
I did
It's
these for the
underneath it.
secretaries last year.
I think
Oh,
you
I
don't
remember.
have to be
Yeah.
you don't need kids, little kids.
No, I give them to the secretaries. They love it.
No.
I know you don't like your people.
Really?
I'm kidding.
It's a decorative piece. You
Yeah.
can put it in a basket with the Easter egg,
Yeah,
the
sure.
grass.
That's what I was.
yeah.
Every day I bring
Yeah.
more bunnies and put them in, and I'm like, they're multiplying like rabbits.
I have to say, Easter is probably the holiday that I have the least amount of decorations.
Right,
for.
I would
I don't know
agree,
why.
yeah.
Because I do love Easter,
Well, it's
and I
not
think
a
everything is so
Christmas, so,
sweet.
you know,
but
it's
I
not
just,
like,
I just
yeah.
don't have an
Yeah.
abundance of it.
Yeah.
Kind of think of it more as spring, and then maybe you would want more stuff.
Here it is. There's no kids at home. I don't have to do it, which means I don't have to
Yeah,
pull it out,
okay,
and I don't
yeah,
have to
yeah.
put it away.
Amen.
So I think
Okay.
that's the reason I don't really go all out on those.
Well, I don't know. I have to do Easter baskets for the grandkids,
right.
and they keep multiplying. So it's like, oh my
but
God.
I don't. Again, I don't have those
Yeah.
yet, and so I don't.
Oh, well, I
worry.
will tell you though, there is a company called personalizedpresents.com, and I've ordered all the Easter baskets from there. you can get it with a lining and the kid's name
Cute.
embroidered.
Now that's
So they
cute.
get to take them home, and then the mom has to bring the Easter basket back so that I can just redo for the following year. And then, you know.
Nice.
Good.
Yes,
Now
do
that's
that.
a really good idea.
I like that.
That's a really good
So
idea.
that was an aside.
There
This
you
is
go.
an episode of a lot of
Asides.
asides. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
So,
so
what are you knitting?
I am knitting the Magnolia by Camilla Vod. I actually brought a picture of it this time.
And man, is it beautiful.
And I absolutely love it. I'm knitting it with the Sueño and the Kid Silkes.
This thing is so stinking
Oh my
pretty.
gosh.
And it's just fluffy. Actually, it looks really tiny.
It's
I don't
like a
know that's
cloud.
gonna fit.
Because Joyce uses one ball
But
sweater
look
to
how
make
cute
herself a
that
sweater.
is. And I'm
Oh
sure,
boy. That's
I'm sure, can you
darling.
see the loft on this?
It's just gorgeous.
I'm not sure if you can see the loft on this. But I love the colors together.
That would be in my contacts so fast I wouldn't be able to stand it. But
So.
it's beautiful. God, I
Yeah,
love the
I'm really,
colors.
really pleased. And right now I'm at the easy part, just knitting. So I think I've got like 2 more inches and then I'll be able to do the pattern on the bottom.
And mohair doesn't bother you.
It hasn't bothered me. It just,
Oh,
you know,
interesting.
it
Doesn't
covers
bother me if I use a little.
covers everything and, you know, and this,
Oh.
when
Don't
I'm
wear
wearing
black.
because I'm always wearing black.
Yeah.
But
Knit in your
That's
sweatpants so it doesn't.
stunning.
yeah, knitting in my yoga pants are always black. But
Yeah.
I absolutely love it. It's very enjoyable to knit. So, and
Alright.
that's all I got.
That's all you got? Okay.
Well, no.
All right, so moving on to our favorite segment. Don't tell my husband. Shh. All right, what you got there, girl?
When I went to Birdhouse Yarns,
Oh,
they turned me on to a brand new dyer, Dream
I think I've heard
Colored. This one says Color to Life Smushy, Dream Smushy. So it's Dream and Color yarn. And this is with cashmere, 70% superwash merino wool, 20% cashmere, 20% cashmere, and 10% nylon. This is the colorway 567, Her Charisma. So I have no idea what I'm going to do with that, but I had to have
I think
it
it
because
shouldn't
I
be
was like,
socks.
oh.
most beautiful. With cashmere. I like that.
And I
Very
bought a little pair of scissors.
Scissors? Little scissors.
You know,
are
yeah.
you need them.
I feel like what I'd like to do is maybe have like a little notions case for every room in the house,
Yeah.
because
I
then
agree
you
with
got
that.
your equipment and your tools near
And
you.
you know you can fly with under 4-inch blades, so those are.
Oh, that would work
can
out.
fly
Yeah,
with
this
those.
is sharp and nice and neat. Yeah, so
Yeah.
that was what I purchased.
And now that you
Anybody
mentioned the notions case, I think one of the questions was,
What's in
what
your
do you
notions
have
case?
in your notions case? And we will bring that up in a future podcast. We thought that
Okay.
was an excellent,
Yeah, it was an excellent
question. So we will address that.
All right.
right.
What did you get?
I just have the
Yeah,
stuff that I'm making
the
for
new
my
stuff?
mom. So there's
Oh, okay.
you know that wonderful stuff there.
Cute.
Yeah. And so you all saw that already.
And I got Betsy got some new sock yarns in the shop.
She sure did.
So I bought some. And one is by Regia, the Perfect design line. And actually, I'm going to make these for my husband. Maybe.
Well, lucky guy.
Maybe.
I don't know if you can see the
There's a
pattern on there.
qualifier.
Well, he always wants black socks. I'm like, I am not knitting you plain black socks. So, but this one has a nice pattern in it.
Yep.
So I thought I would try that one. And this is Andy's socks that I've never knit with before.
Soft.
This actually, I think Irene got one too, right?
That's really nice.
And I think that one's really pretty.
Very pretty.
And that was good. That's all I got.
All right, you were very good.
All right.
All right, well, I guess that
Is that it? Is this a wrap?
closing up our episode here. So we are so happy you joined us today. And sorry we got off on our
Absolutely, yeah.
tangents, but sometimes we have to discuss sugar.
Go get your chocolate now.
Yeah. Chocolate and wine, they pair well together.
And hopefully we'll see you at YarnCon if you're
Yeah.
going to
Yeah, don't be
YarnCon
afraid to
Chicago.
Yeah, look for us.
Grab us.
All right, keep on knitting.
It's good for your health.
Bye,
Bye,
everybody.
everybody.
that don't work. What kind of office is this?
Oh my God, I forgot who is.
I don't care. I just like being with you guys.
Oh, I guess you don't have anything to do this afternoon?
There isn't really
I
a
don't
pattern.
actually.
Oh, I got to babysit, so.
There's little flecks of white in it.
Would you shut up?
I'm just saying. Why don't you give it a
Peter.
Oh, well, don't put that part in.